Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adriana and I'm so happy that you guys clicked on my channel again to check out a new video. So today's video I thought I'd do the military spouse tag video just because I feel like I get these questions asked a lot and I was like, might as well make a video out of it. So if you guys are interested in getting to know a little bit more about my experience and my perspective as a military spouse, go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started with our first question. Oh, this is kind of like a two-part question. How did you meet your husband and what did you think about him being in the Navy? So I met my husband on a dating app. I can't remember which one, but I do remember that when I was on there was a bunch of guys that were military. So by the time I like flipped through or scrolled through a bunch of them, when I got to him, I was like, great, he's military. He's probably only looking for a good time because who knows how long he's going to be here for. So that's my first thought of him, but you know, that was just a quick little prejudgment and now we're here, we're married with a kid. So that's how I met him. Second question, how did he propose? He proposed after his first deployment, like a week after he got home. He proposed very small, intimate. He kept it a surprise, so only like our really close friends and family knew about it, and he proposed to me at home. The plan was to go to dinner after work, and so I came home after work, got ready, and everyone was rushing me out the door, which I thought was odd, but you know, like I said, everyone was in it. And then we didn't even make it to dinner because everyone kept asking us where we were, how long we were gonna be. So I finally went home and I opened the door and all the lights were dimmed. There was candles everywhere, rose petals everywhere, and it was like, I was in complete awe. I had no idea none of this was happening. But I loved it. I loved every second of it. Next question. Oh, it's another part two. How long have you been married? We've been married a year and a half. Yeah, so not very long. We're still pretty new at all this. Next question, what military branch is your husband? Like I mentioned, my husband is in the Navy. He is actually submarine, so he's not surface. He does, his title is a torpedo man, so he handles all the weapons and machinery for his boat. Next question, how's his schedule versus your own schedule? Well, what I've learned so far, being a military spouse, is whatever branch of military you're in, the military owns you. So the Navy owns my husband pretty much because his schedule is very strict, very demanding, and it's all mandatory. So if he's sick, he can't just call out sick. There would be like, okay, you're sick, come to work, we'll check you out, and if you're okay, then you can, you know, head back to work, kind of thing. If he requests time off, then he'll get it approved, but for any reason last minute they need him, forget your plans. You have to be super flexible and be really understanding and just try again for next time, kind of thing. So his schedule is very demanding. He has days where he's on duty, so he's on watch, like 24-hour watch, that they rotate like shifts. So for example, he'll have watch every 4 days, so every fourth day he doesn't come home, which is kind of hard sometimes. It's been kind of hard trying to adjust with his kind of schedule now that we have our baby together, but I mean, it's just learning process kind of thing. Just have to take it one day at a time. Next question, how many deployments have you gone through? We've gone through one deployment while we were dating, and that was a really short one, and now we're in our current second deployment now that we're married. And it doesn't get any easier, trust me. What's your biggest challenge as a military spouse? I think the biggest challenge right now is that I'm still learning the do's and don'ts, the etiquette of being a military spouse, because as a spouse, you are a representation of your husband or your spouse or wife. So you have to you have to represent them, like I said. You can't go off crazy and be known as like that wife or that crazy wife, or have a mouth on you. You know, there's a time and place for everything, and you have to represent your spouse. So if you're in an event, you have to be, you know, like you have to be like a team. So very respectful, and even as if you're new, you have to kind of ask your way around how to do things, and there's certain things that spouses need to, like the rules that they need to abide by as well at a certain event. So that's the biggest challenge, is because I'm still learning, and I don't want to like what's the word I'm looking for, show myself as something disrespectful, I guess is what I'm trying to say, or misrepresent my husband, because he's worked very hard to earn the respect at work, and I don't want him to lose that credit at all. So I mean, that's the only thing. The other biggest challenge, I guess, is just their schedules. That's hard, and I honestly don't think it will ever get easy, but like I said, you just take it one day at a time. There's ups, there's downs, there's good days, there's bad days, there's days where you just want to rip your hair out, there's days where, you know, you're looking forward to that time apart because you guys are driving each other crazy or something, but there's also that fear that like he's on deployment, what if he doesn't come home? That will always be a fear, but you have to stay positive, you have to keep your faith, you have to be flexible with their schedule, because like I said, it's not up to them. If it was, my husband would be working from home. But I think that's what our biggest challenge is, especially now having a baby. I think it's kind of hard figuring out while he's gone, like how to keep that family energy going while he's not here. I know it's hard, but like I said, I'm still learning every day, and I'm hoping to meet people in the same situation as me, because there's a lot of things that I can share with them and they can share with me. Let's see. I mean, not last question, but next question is, do you live on base? No, we do not live on base. He commutes to work every single day, there and back, and I know sometimes it's a really long commute, and to add on top of that, work might have not gone well that day, and so him having to sit in traffic and commute all the way home sucks. It really does suck. But right now we have an agreement with our family situation that we will wait to move closer or to move on base after he gets back from deployment. But as of right now, and I don't think we would ever exclude living on base, because it's such a good opportunity, and it saves you a lot of money depending on where you're stationed. Like, who knows how much housing is there, who knows any of that. So everything's on base. Wherever you go, there's a grocery store, there's a gas station, there's houses, I believe there's like daycares, and some of them can be that big, but the smaller ones have the basics, and you can go in and out as you please. So base, I think, would be an option for us if we really had to. I know my husband doesn't want to because he's there every single day, and I'm sure he doesn't want to be there you know, after work either. So but right now we don't, but it's definitely something that we might consider in the future if we were to be stationed elsewhere. Oh, this is last question. What's the plan for your future as a military spouse? My plan is just to support him. I know that he came into this with a vision, and his vision might have changed now after that he's married and we have a child together, but my goal is to always support him no matter what. If there's some kind of benefit that the Navy has for him to better himself outside the Navy, I'm going to push him to do exactly that, especially if he can take advantage of all these different benefits and resources that he is given, then why not? He deserves it. So that's my biggest goal, and just to make sure I keep a strong presence, strong energy for my family while he's not here, because that's gonna get us through a lot of days that are just gonna be hard. So I think that's the only thing I can do. Keep learning how I can better myself as that supportive role at home, and see where the future takes us. I guess that's the biggest thing, is just to be patient, be supportive, keep pushing your spouse to get the most out of their situation or their certain career. So I think that's the only thing that we're looking forward to. Like I said, we're taking one day at a time, and we'll see what the next chapter is. Right now we're just waiting for him to get home. This time around is going to be a hard one because he's going to be missing a lot of first for our son, but that's what vlogging is for, that's what pictures are for. So he'll be excited to come home and look back at all this stuff. Alright guys, well that was our last question. I really appreciate you guys clicking back on my channel to check out this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and then I'll see you guys back for my next one. Like mom, bye.